Hi there, it's time to look at ZCash through the Wyckoff lens. It's been down about 3.25% as of now for this week, while the rest of the crypto altcoins is in the in the sea of green, at least for today, for the moment. So what are the whales actually doing? If you're new to my session, I'll cover the Wyckoff stage, trend change potential, as well as key price levels. And this is education content only, not financial advice. The weekly chart of ZCash is showing us that it is edging towards something we call the sign of weakness in Wyckoff terms. So what it means is that after the initial FOMO back in November last year, it came down sharply to what we call an automatic reaction, people taking profits, some people selling along the way, as well as some stop loss, being hit. That's cascaded over 3 weeks. All right, there was initial buying the dip, but then afterwards you see the price continue to decline, and there was this rebound, what we call the last point of supply, where whales are probably going to offload whatever they still have on hand back then. And now that's why we are seeing these price levels now. So you can also see these long wicks along the way, meaning the bears are rejecting the price to go up. Quite a number of people have been selling over the past couple of weeks. And this looks exactly similar, very similar to what I described when I very first covered ZCash. If we look at not the 2021 cycle, but the 2018, in the very first session I covered ZCash, I already said this looks like something that happened back in 2018. Very sharp decline to the level to around the blue key levels over here of 300, 325. That exactly happened the same way. And then an LPSY rebound to around the 500 level. This time it went a little bit higher to 550. Okay, now it is back down to below the light blue key level over here, right below the 305. If we go back to here, after the LPSY, it declined all the way. Well, not this one, sorry. This first one, it declined all the way to the red key level of 190. There is reason for that. Look at this long wick back then in January 2018. It shot all the way to the bottom. Not sure what happened that day. Okay, but the key is that rebound did not last very long. So, like what we're going through now, that rebound lasted for 3 weeks, and then now it's seeking. Well, it reached a point to the green key level of 275. Given that we were higher in this rebound compared to the 2018, if I draw a line over here, you see we're clearly higher this time. So I'm not surprised the sign of weakness is going to be 1 or 2 key levels higher than last time, which means it can end up somewhere between the yellow key level and the green key level. So it already showed us last week that it's getting to that point. Just that whoever buying the dip pushed the price back to above the light blue key level 305. But you see this strong rejection from above. So be careful of the risk right over here. If it happens in the same way, there may still be another rebound. Again, there were 2 LPSY back then. We have gone through the first one. We haven't seen the second one yet, but it may not happen. Okay, it's not a must that a relief rally or whatever you call it. It's not a must that it happen. Okay, it can go all the way back to the accumulation cycle, and that by then we are going to just to observe when is the selling climax going to appear. What that means is that the panic over period of people, they're not going to crazy sell anymore. That's what we call the selling climax. We probably aren't there yet. Look at these volume bars over here. They're still way higher than the entire period from 2002 all the way to 2025. Okay, so this is the big picture of the ZCash. Now get to the micro view. I talked about this downtrend that started right after Christmas, before New Year. Okay, it started on the 30th and then continue, poke through the upward channel bottom over here on the 8th. And then there are a couple of dates you can see. What are these dates? Obviously, this was missed yesterday. These are the chances that basically the whales are going to let us know whether a trend is going to continue or is a trend going to change. So when the price continues to trade towards the right-hand side, meaning along with time, you see these triangles formed by the ceiling of the downtrend and these key levels. Okay, so these states are where these lines crosses. The next opportunity comes when we get to closer to the 8th, so less than a week from now. But it's going to be a stretch, even for the 10th, because the price is right now below those two key levels. The blue key level of 325 and this what I call the long-term playground ceiling of around $340. Okay, so here, if the bulls do get support to get past those levels, we can get a confirmation earlier. If it doesn't, look at this wick just today, it's still being rejected. After 2 days ago, this clear selling. Optimistic case is like getting a confirmation by the Valentine's Day is already an optimistic case. All right, the base case here is the green key level of 275. And that's pointing towards the 19th of February. All right, it may be just a sideways trend, or like I said, if we are getting a relief rally or rebound, like what happened over here, it may shoot up to challenge probably the purple key level 375, may or may not be higher than that. Okay, and then started to retest the support levels. Some people would like to do the Fibonacci ratio, that kind of measurement. Like if you calculate from the top and then draw it to the spot here, it's around 25%. All right, and or if it's going to rebound, okay, that's 426. Okay, 4 to 6 points, and from here to here is around 243, roughly half of that. So if we draw a line, so remember this is 25, right? This from that to here, if another 25%, that's still slightly higher than 375, somewhere close to 410. Okay, but it's random, right? I can draw a 25%, I can draw a 30%, I can draw a 45%, 50%. Okay, 50% is here, right at the green key level, 275. You can say it has dropped 50%, that's why it's taking a pause right over here, getting some rebound. Okay, that all works, no contradiction. And if you are interested to get access to these sessions 2 days earlier than the others, join the channel membership now. Thanks for joining me. Here's another video you may be interested in. Thank you.